Well, we did. We dug. We signed our contract on the day of the eclipse, which was August 21st,
yep.
which was monumental. And then the week after that, Tuesday after, we had the first dig, and I think we got water in 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
About 5 weeks of the day, we had our water delivered. And so, and we even had Hurricane Irma, which put Eddie back, and he doesn't like.
Days.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. He wants to get moving, and so, but it was just a couple days, and it really, I think, especially talking to another pool company, it seemed that was going to be a longer process, and I was kind of, I would tell you, I was skeptical that I would get that fast, but Eddie was on it. When he tells you something, he delivers it, and that's kind of rare when you deal with contractors in the past. He promises and he delivers it.
Mm-hmm. Our first impression, I think, was that he was really a fire plug. I mean, he came in, he wasn't overly aggressive, but I think he was very confident, and that came across very easily. But you could certainly tell he knew what he was talking about, and it just instilled confidence in both of us that, if we were going to go with Carolina Pool, we were going to have something that we liked, and it was going to look good.
Yeah, we owned a business for many years, so customer service is everything. And so Eddie coming in, and the first thing he says, we're going to get to know each other really well. And he built that relationship with us immediately. Mm-hmm. And there wasn't a time, I don't think, that we couldn't have just called him up on the phone. We always went through the office, but there were a couple times we just talked to him on the cell. He said, just call me if you need something, or he called us. He was even out of town at a conference and called us to make sure that everything was going to be okay. And that's the extra mile that you can see from a business perspective and a company owner, that he really wants to make the customer happy and wants to make them satisfied. And for us, it's always, you can advertise, you can do a lot, but it's really the customer that's going to really sell your next product if they're happy. And they're, happy with the design, happy with the process, happy with the outcome.
Right.
And I think the other interesting part was he never asked what our budget was, which I think was really interesting, because it could have been a $100,000 budget, it could have been a $30,000 budget. Didn't matter to Eddie. He looked at our yard, looked at the placement of the pool, looked at decking, and he just gave us the price, and it fell right where we wanted it to be.
Yeah. And he went over what our expectations were, what we were going to use it for, how many people were going to use it, and he helped determine the size that we're going to need. Not that we would have overbought or overbuilt for something that we really didn't need. And in relationship to the pool company that we had first stopped in at, the first question out of the owner's mouth was, how much are you going to spend?
Right.
And that kind of left an odd taste, because as soon as he heard our price point, he passed us off to a different salesperson. So,
right.
I mean, he came from the second we met him and sat down and everything, and him looking at the house, taking a few pictures of the outside, letting us know in about 5 hours he was going to be back with the design and the video to show, which we were kind of surprised about that it was going to be that quick. But he delivered on everything from that first day all the way through. When he said something was going to be done, it was done.
That was probably my biggest apprehension, was the first dig, and I was surprised how much it didn't make me nervous to watch. Eddie was behind the wheel, doing everything. And from our perspective, from the 3D design, we could see exactly where he was placing it, and it made a lot of sense from a focal point from our screen porch. And the dig process, we just kind of looked at each other at first. I thought, oh boy, because we've got, it was piping and things that Eddie really reassured us about, that an in-ground sprinkler system, there was some maybe
well lines, the septic tank was close, and the leach fields were there. So it was all, kind of a concern as to how the equipment was going to go around everything and dig. But as far as the digging went, it was really kind of a seamless, organized process, and not nearly as messy as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think right from the get-go, right from the day that Eddie said, go tomorrow and pick out your coping, which was right after we signed the contract. And so we did come in. Everybody was very professional. I don't think there's been a time that we haven't been able to call, get an answer for something. I think we came in the office one time, Adam, and you actually helped us expand some of the drawings, which was nice. And then Eddie took a look at it and refined it, and it's exactly what we wanted. So anything that we've asked for, I think, has been always addressed.
Yep,
Everybody's
and-
been very professional, extremely friendly.
Yeah, and Barb was on top of getting us serial numbers and letting us know when we had to register things, and Crystal was letting us know after everything was done about the inspections, and she volunteered to set everything up if need be. So everything that went through was very helpful.
From the original dig with all the dirt piles and everything, they kept that organized right to the day of grading, and they graded it out, and it really never looked like a construction site because the process went so quickly that before you know it, everything was kind of laid out and graded, and the papers, the decking went down. So I was really impressed with how clean they did keep everything, and they had their lunches here, and everything was packed up and put away, and there was nothing. When they left, it was clean.
No, something that we haven't mentioned was Maricela.
Oh, yeah.
She's come out and has been a big benefit with after everything was pretty much dug and put in. She comes up and kind of monitored the crew, took care of a lot of the instructional part of the things that we needed to do. Went over all the brushing of the pool and how important that is going to be for us to have something that we're going to be really proud to look at, and the chemicals. And this is my first venture into maintaining this an outdoor pool with everything that we have to do. So she came out, went through everything, gave a good comfort level to what I'm going to have to do, and again volunteered to, if I ever need to contact her for any reason, just give her a call and she'll walk me through something I may not understand. So
I would say from start to finish that the project was absolutely everything that Eddie promised it was going to be, and not to say there's not a little hiccup here or there, but nothing that couldn't have been rectified immediately and absolutely addressed all of our concerns. And we are extremely happy with all of the people at the company, and you've got Eddie at the helm there that is out there selling his heart out on these pools, and it's because he loves what he does. And if you take a look around, you'll see this is a product of what he does. When you love something that you do, this is the finished product.